Oh yeah. Let's go. Podcast flow, you already know. Sneakers in the NBA, the NFL for sure. Me and Langston got it locked. Got the podcast, now we coming on through, we boxing out, we everlast. A day in our kicks, a day in our kicks, a day in our kicks. You gon' have to listen to it. A day in our kicks, a day in our kicks, a day in our kicks. You gon' have to listen to it. Sneakers on lock, NBA on lock, got that NFL on lock. We got that music on lock, we never ever gon' stop. He up in the NBA, I be reporting, I do what I say. Everybody know how we get it, eh? Hold up, killing the flow, getting the money, you already know. We gon' be coming on through for the city. We tryna do our thing, you just like Diddy.
Yes, sir. We back for another one, man.
Back for another episode. Glad you guys are tuned in, and hey, it's gonna be another good one.
Yes, sir. Day in our kicks lives on another day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. How's everything been on the road trip?
It's been all right so far. I'm not gonna say it's been good because right now we're 1-2 on this road trip. We got the Clippers the other day. Blake had a really good game and really carried us. And then we lost two tough ones, one to Sacramento and one to Lakers. So just trying to get over the hump and try to finish out this road trip 2-2. We got one more game. We got Utah tomorrow, so it should be going.
Definitely. Yeah.
What about you? What's going on?
Everything's good with me, man. You know, just kind of had a crazy weekend with the PG3 release, and we played the Spurs back to back, but we played them Thursday and then we played them Saturday. So, you know, we split with them, but yeah, overall it's been good, man. Just been grinding it out, man. Just trying to be the best reporter I could be, man. That's it.
That's who it's all about.
Yes, sir. Now, obviously, you know, we in the NBA, but we're huge NFL fans. So obviously this weekend, big NFL weekend, divisional round. What was your thought process on that Cowboys and Rams game?
No, it's so funny because I mean I kind of predicted that's how it was gonna play out.
Okay.
And just following the game. I know all the Cowboy fans are gonna probably hate me because of this, but Dak Prescott, man, like I mean he's a great quarterback. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but he's real sporadic sometimes. I feel like he'll make good passes sometimes, and then the passes that he needs to make and try to carry him down the field for like big drives. I don't know. He overthrows receivers and sometimes he's throwing in the dirt. So it's tough. It's tough to see him struggling. I mean he had such a great rookie year, and now I think it's getting into the nitty gritty time when like the GM and everybody's looking at him like, all right, well, we need you to produce, and if you don't produce, then hey, we want to find somebody else. So it was tough. It was tough to see that happen to the Cowboys and them lose that tough one to the Rams.
Yeah, it was 30-22. I didn't get the chance to watch it because the Thunder were playing the Spurs at the time. So I'm going off what you say. If Dak wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, then I'm gonna take your word for it. I did see C.J. Anderson scored. I seen him score one time. And I saw Gurley score one time. That was all I saw from the game. But, I mean, the Rams, I've known what they've done all season. You know what I'm saying? And they thrive off that running game. So, that running game and that defense. So,
and the kid Anderson, he's been stepping up the last 3 weeks. He's had, I think he's averaging like 140 yards per game the last 3 weeks.
He's about to get paid next year because I know he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah, I mean he's coming off of a crazy year. I was just reading about that earlier today. Is that he started the season, got waived. I'm not.
Yeah, because he was on the Panthers, I believe.
Yeah, he was on the Panthers, got waived from them.
Yeah.
And then he went to Oakland, got waived from there without even like touching the field.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then got picked up by the Rams, and like lo and behold, he didn't the last three weeks is like he's been doing his thing, really, really making the most of his opportunity. So that's great.
Yeah, man. It's just like you, man. All you need
Yeah,
is that opportunity.
that's it. That's what it's all about.
You know what I'm saying? You get the opportunity, you jump on it, and to make the best of that opportunity and make it yours.
Yep.
And that's what he's doing. Yeah. What'd you think about that Colts and Chiefs game? Obviously, the Chiefs won 31-13. But what was your thought process on that?
With that one, that the kid Mahomes, man.
We've been talking about him all year. I
We've been
mean,
talking about him all year. I mean, he's been on our radar all
yeah,
year, and
definitely.
he really is just showing that he should be the MVP this year. I know it's tough to say because I
Over
mean,
your
hey,
boy Breeze?
my team is the Saints. My boy Breeze, man, been having a heck of a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I just can't. I can't go with Breeze on this MVP vote. I mean, I think that if I had a vote, it would go with Patty, man. Patty Mahomes, man. He really been like just putting up numbers and he's leading his team. I mean, as a rookie, I mean he's doing his thing. So uh, it's gonna be exciting to see what he does against the Patriots this upcoming week. But he just took care of the ball. The main thing for him is like taking care of the ball.
Yeah.
He had a couple turnovers where I mean I think it was like one strip and they recovered, but
Gotcha.
other than that, I mean they did well. I mean he took care of the ball and didn't throw any I don't think any interception or anything like that. So it was good to see.
I mean, obviously, my Patriots won today, 41-28 over the Chargers. I mean, we throttled them. Obviously, if the run game is running like that and if our defense is playing like that, I don't think we'll have any problems with Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I know what Mahomes brings to the table, but if the Patriots got that running game going with Tom Brady on top of that and the defense can play at least similar to what they did to the Chargers today, because we pretty much put it on the Chargers. So my thing is, if we can just play similar to that on the defensive end and make Mahomes make a couple of mistakes, not interceptions, just get some 3-and-outs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think we'll be in a good position to be successful to go against your Saints in the Super Bowl. That's been my pick since the beginning of the year, and I'm sticking with it. And
Yeah. No, we talked about it. We talked about this.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely like my Patriots going against the Chiefs. I did see the Chiefs game. They looked impressive. But I think the Patriots look even more impressive today. It was surgical. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we pretty much throttled the Chargers and their defense. Everybody was talking about their defense coming into the game, and they ain't even touched Tom Brady, I think, one time.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, the last 3 times that the Chargers, well, I ain't gonna say the Chargers. I'm gonna say Phillip Rivers has faced Tom Brady. He hadn't come close to beating him. So
Well,
I'm not even gonna blame him.
he's 0-8 in his career against Tom Brady.
Yeah. And then what? 3 times in the playoffs or something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I don't think that it had nothing to do with the Chargers playing the Patriots and nothing like that. I just think that Phillip Rivers, man, he just never gonna beat Tom Brady. He just not gonna beat him.
see Phillips in that, and I was thinking about this earlier. Phillips in that phase where, like, remember, like for instance, like in NBA, like it's LeBron's time, but KD's in LeBron's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
but
because I mean he's a great quarterback, but
yeah,
he can't get over the hump.
but that's the thing, and that's what I was about to say. KD finally got over the hump, and
Yeah,
everybody was like thinking like, oh, Phillip Rivers finally gonna get over the hump on Tom Brady. He got a good defense, he got a running game now, and Tom Brady was like, nah, not yet, man, not yet.
So
What
so
I'm
what
saying?
so what so what you're really saying is that Phillip Rivers need to go ahead and come to the Patriots and then say, hey, we're gonna win a championship, y'all, this year.
Nah.
That's what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying. That's what KD did. So
Nah.
that's
What
what
I
you
was
said, bro.
comparing, I was just comparing the time frame. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like for instance, Kobe was the dude, and LeBron had to wait.
Yeah. Nah, I understand. I'm just saying right now. I'm just saying how the area is right now. Like
That's true. That's true.
that's what.
Everybody's bandwagon hopping. I got you.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened.
Yeah, but Phillip Rivers, we wouldn't even allow him in Gillette Stadium. You know what I'm saying? That's just not going to happen.
Oh, my bad. Okay, all right, I understand now.
It's just not going to happen. We'll rather go to the draft before we pick him up.
I got you.
So it is what it is. But I know you want to gloat about your Saints. I mean, for me, I feel like y'all was on the ropes and Alshon helped y'all. But go ahead, man.
Nah. I think that this is actually like a really good game for us to get the rust off and really wake us up like faster than what we should. Like normally, like, especially with the like KC, they went out there, they took care of business, they blew out the Colts.
Yeah.
Then you had Patriots go out there, they blew out the Chargers. So then you had us, where it's like we came out, we're down 14-0 before a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And I mean, we methodically like worked our way back and tried to figure out, all right, how can we get back in this game? And slowly but surely, we cut it, and then the defense really stepped up today. It really stepped up, and Lattimore had 2 big interceptions. I mean, the one that sealed at the end, but the first one was the one that kind of got us going, just back on track and trying to.
I think it was that fake punt, man. That fake punt got y'all going.
Yeah, the fake punt. Yeah, the interception was the first key. Then the fake punt on that drive. It was the same drive.
Yeah,
it kept us alive, and I think Sean knew that we were kind of like teetering. Like, all right, well, we still haven't had anything big happen for us. And then you had that play, and then you had the offsides with the big play from Michael Thomas. So
yeah,
it was huge. It was an important game for us to get the rust off. We had that week. Well, we had 2 weeks basically where we were just chilling.
Yeah,
and now it's like, okay, all right, let's wake up and let's get back on Saints football and take care of the home field advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's so weird. Like the AFC with blowouts, but then the NFC with grinded out games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think the NFC is definitely the tougher conference of the two. So I definitely respect both teams, the Rams and the Saints, coming into the situation. Either team we play, those are both of the 2 teams that I said we're going to be there at the end of the day for the NFC. Now, we just got to get past the Chiefs. We get past them, we'll be good, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And see what happens, man.
The 4 teams that we have in this semifinal game, I mean, this is the 4 teams that have been basically killing all year. They've been doing this thing all year, so.
Definitely. Yeah. Yep. So what you got for me, man? I know you got something good for me.
Yeah. So I know we've been cutting the episodes a little shorter, just trying to keep you guys engaged, and we've been doing like our top 2. So my first one for this week is there was 8 coaches fired this NFL season. I'm gonna stay on the NFL topic, and there was 8 coaches fired, but the main thing that I wanted to focus on was the 5 of them were black coaches, and I wanted to just point that out. Where, I mean, you had Marvin Lewis from Cincinnati Bengals get fired, Vance Joseph got fired from the Broncos, Stephen Wilkes, he got fired as well after his first season.
Yeah, with the Cardinals.
Yep, with the Cardinals. Todd Bowles with the Jets, and then Hugh Jackson from Cleveland. So. I just want to hear your thoughts. Maybe you might have like an opinion about maybe them getting fired, or maybe like you might have noticed something in the team that wasn't there that you've seen in recent years.
Yeah. For me, I think the one that stands out to me the most would be Wilkes with the Cardinals, because that's his first year. You already put him in a tough predicament because he was already a top 10 pick,
right?
After coming into that season, and you're telling him to mold the team in one season, and then you got rid of him way before. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tough predicament for any coach to be in, especially African American. The spotlight's a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and not saying it's not for the white, for a white coach. But sometimes, they look at us with a little bit more like we got to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I thought there was a lot of pressure on that situation for him because he had no leadership on there. The only person that was a huge leader on there was Larry Fitzgerald.
Right,
And,
right,
he's already almost in his 40s.
right.
So, you gotta build a team and find an identity. And I felt like 1 year isn't enough to find an identity. One coaching job that I did, well, two of them that I did approve, and I felt like actually made sense was Marvin Lewis with Cincinnati. He's been there for at least 10 years and
Yep.
hasn't done anything playoff wise. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been able to produce, and he's had a good team. You
Right,
know,
right.
and they've had that Cincinnati Bengals team has been impressive. You've
Yeah,
you've
they
had
got to the
Green,
playoffs. They got into the
yeah,
playoffs a couple
you've had
years.
Adrian Green, you've had what's his name, Andy Dalton. You got defense, you got Burfict and all them. So it's like you got a core. You know what your team's supposed to do. They just don't get over that hump.
Yeah.
And I felt like he's had a long time longevity there. So I agreed with that one because it's like if you ain't producing over that much time, it's time to get up out of there. And then what was the other one? Hugh Jackson. I agreed with that one too.
Yeah.
I just felt like Cleveland was just like a whole mess, and I felt like Baker really wanted to stick it to him. And it's just like any team. If you get a player that's drawing the crowd, you're gonna tend to that player. And
Yep.
Baker and Hugh weren't getting along because Hugh automatically was like, you know what, I'm going with Tyrod Taylor.
I tell you.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going with Tyrod off rip. I'm not playing Baker. And then when Tyrod got hurt, then he was like, all right, Baker, go in there and save the day type thing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And at that point, it's like Baker already felt some type of way because he's like, oh, so you feel like Tyrod's better than me? Or, he probably felt that way. But
Mm-hmm.
you gotta understand, if you're a coach in that situation, you gotta play it safe. You gotta
Right.
go with experience. You know what I'm saying? So the last couple of years he hasn't produced and his record was terrible. So I can totally understand why they shipped him out and wanted to just start brand new. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. Didn't they just hire what's his name?
Who was that?
The old coach for the Cardinals. He got hired somewhere. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
Cleveland.
yeah. He just got the Browns defensive coordinator. I think it was the Browns.
I
He's the
think so. I'm
defensive
not too
coordinator.
sure, but I do
Yeah,
know
I
that.
just I just saw it too. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I know that he wanted to. He was bringing it up that he was like, man, I would love to coach Baker or whatever like that, in the Browns. But moving forward though, I think that Hugh, he had his time there, and Marvin had his time there. Vance Joseph, I think that he should have had a little bit more time. I felt like they didn't really have any pieces. The defense was all banged up this year for him, so that was kind of tough.
Yep.
In Denver, and then Todd Bowles, I felt like he got kind of like slapped in the face because the owner was like, "No, this is our guy. We're gonna stand by him. This, that, and the third." And then they was like, "All right, see you later." You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So it was like, man, So yeah,
Yeah.
it was tough, man. It was a tough year for coaches, especially African American coaches. You don't really have a leash, so
Yeah.
just my opinion. What you think on it? You agree with a lot of those firings, or you feel like they really didn't have that much leeway, or what you think?
No, I think that the top two that you said, that with Marvin Lewis, like I said, like we talked about, he was there for the last 10 years, and he's
Yeah,
had his opportunities to make the most of what he was given. They made it to the playoffs a couple years, weren't so successful. So, I mean, that was okay. I think it was okay firing. With Hugh Jackson, I remember hearing something because I was watching what's the show in the beginning of the season. It's like the preseason where they had the different show on HBO.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, the NFL. So
Yeah,
I can't think of the name off the top.
yeah. I know it'll come to me in a second, but I remember watching that, and I remember him just like he kind of like was lying a little bit. I think in a way to try to like keep Baker around and like in the mix when he should have just been keeping it 100 with him at all times. So I think that's where he kind of lost the
Hard
locker
knocks.
room.
Hard knocks. That's what it is.
Hard knocks. That's it. Yep.
But
I think he kind of lost the locker room once he started like I wouldn't say playing favoritism, but he wasn't being truthful in every scenario that and keeping it specific on like, hey, look, this is what I need from you to give you a chance in the games because like Tyrod early on was like kind of messing up before he even got hurt. So,
but he was being conservative and keeping them in the game.
Yeah, he was being
You
conservative.
feel
Yeah,
me? Because if
yeah,
those kickers, I'm gonna keep it 100. If the kicker wasn't messing up those first 4 games, they would have been maybe 4-0.
yeah, possibly, yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? Because a lot of those kicks, the kicker's missing, they go into overtime and lose. Kicker
Yep.
missed game winner, they go and tie it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
it can go either way, bro.
No, you're right. You're right. And hey, it just was the luck of the draw for him. So I mean, it ultimately like led him to getting fired. And then the other three, I mean, Todd Bowles, that's actually a family friend of mine, and I was it was tough to see him get released, but I don't know, it was just weird because I mean he had been there the last what I think 2 or 3 years. That was his first head coach job, and
Yeah.
I was just glad to see him out there getting an opportunity, but it was tough. I mean, he wasn't really given much because you got to think about it. He had quarterback trouble at the
Yeah.
time, and he just got the rookie quarterback that's there now, Sam Darnold.
Yeah. It doesn't help
So
that he's in the division with the Patriots either.
right, it doesn't help. That doesn't help at all either. I mean, he's in a tough division, and I mean, got to make do what he can with what he has. So
Yeah.
it's tough to see him go. And then Stephen Wilkes, like I said early on, it's the first year coaching. I mean, he had a rough season, but they let him go right away. And then Vance Joseph, I don't know. I was kind of like not upset about this firing, but I think that I think management played a huge factor in this one because they're not used to like losing in Denver, especially because you had Peyton Manning there and they won the championship.
Yeah.
So I think that I mean him just having that bad year this year. I mean that kind of ultimately led his fate to getting fired. So hey, that's the one thing that's tough about the NFL is like hey, if you're not winning, you're gone. You're gone. I mean that's with any job, but especially
Hmm.
the NFL because it's your chain is real short, real short.
Definitely. No, I totally agree with you on that, bro. You definitely got a short leash, and
Yeah.
and you can like same thing. Like you can like with the kicker with Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a Pro Bowler last year,
Uh-huh.
signed an extension in the offseason for like 40 million, and then he stunk it up this year. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And they
Yep.
thought of getting rid of him, but it's just the fact that you sign that big contract is not guaranteed. At the end of the day, you could be in there 1 week and then you could be out the next week.
Yep. It don't matter. It don't matter. Hey, it's
Yeah, that goes for player, coach. It don't matter.
Yep, every year is a different year, and every game is a different game. So,
Hmm.
all
Yeah.
right, I know you can go ahead. I know you had a topic to get started with. Go ahead and let me know.
Yeah. I want to bring up that Antonio Brown situation
Okay.
in Pittsburgh, but also I wanted to bring up Le'Veon Bell's situation. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell didn't play this whole year. Where do you see him? Where do you see him ending up in the offseason if Pittsburgh you know grants his wish to let him go into free agency? And also, what do you see playing out with Antonio Brown? Obviously, him and Ben Roethlisberger got into it over the last week of the season, and things unraveled with the team a little bit as far as being able to get in each other's faces and getting a verbal dispute and everything like that. Do you think that Pittsburgh should trade him, or do you feel like you know they should keep him, or should they move Juju number one and like what should they do as far as that? But also, I wanted your thoughts on where you see Le'Veon Bell going. So I kind of want you to put your your thinking cap on, but also put your psychic hat on and let me know where you think they're going to end up.
Yeah, from a
if they move.
yeah, I think from a management side, if I was like on that side of the whole thing, I think the best play. I mean, I know that AB is kind of upset that things aren't working out and they're not winning like he wants to. Because I mean, I remember earlier in the season he was like kind of upset that they were losing, and I think that he missed. I think he missed like uh, a film session or something like that, and then coach punished
Yeah,
him for that. So I think that with AB, he has to understand that you can't from a management side, you can't be the main person, like main player on the team, and not be an example for other guys, especially for the younger guys and everybody on the team, and especially guys like Juju. He had a great year this year,
yeah,
and his team has really looked up to him. So I think that going forward, I mean, if I'm on the management side, I think I'm gonna have to trade him and try to get value from that.
yeah,
So that probably be number one. Number two with Le'Veon's situation, I mean, I thought they were gonna go ahead and trade him this year as well, but uh, I don't know. I guess with all the turmoil and trying to make the most of, hey, we don't want to get rid of our number one back because James Conner, he had a great year too, but
definitely.
he got banged up towards the end. I think that they don't know if they should keep him or not.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean, it's tough. I mean, I think at this point in Pittsburgh, like position, they almost need to just go ahead and just kind of reset because I mean, think about it. Roethlisberger's getting older. Um, you got Juju, which is a young wide receiver. You got like James Conner. He's there. He's a young running back.
yeah, come back. Yeah,
I mean, you got a lot of younger guys there. So I mean, I think if you kind of reset and say, all right, we're going to trade our two main guys and try to get some value out of them and
hmm
try to get back going. I think that's probably the best thing to do at this point.
I definitely would agree with you on that one. Where's somewhere you would want to see AB, and where's somewhere you would want to see Le'Veon Bell?
Um, I think AB. I mean, I saw some reports saying about going to San Francisco. I don't know if going to San Francisco would be a good thing because um they're not really like on the radar for anybody. I mean, I know they have the defense is coming around. Uh, Jimmy Garoppolo. He's there. I mean, I
But
guess that could be
coming off of being hurt though, so
right. I was about to say he's coming off of being hurt too, so I don't know if that's a good fit for him right now.
yeah.
I mean, if he could get a team like, say, like I don't know, like a Seahawks or maybe like a Cowboys, like a Cowboy team, like
Yeah, I would
uh
mind Seahawks for him. He looked like a Seahawks type of player.
yeah, like Seahawks,
I feel like him and Doug Baldwin would be perfect.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because Doug Baldwin be getting riled up too, but at the same time, Doug Baldwin respects the game to the point that he knows to channel it too, and I think he'll be able to help AB with that. And also,
right,
Russell Wilson throwing him the ball will help out too, because
absolutely,
he extends a lot of plays, so he can easily find them.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? So where you see Le'Veon Bell?
And then Le'Veon, um, I would think that he would go east as well. Because Pittsburgh they wouldn't trade him to the AFC. They would trade both of them to the NFC.
Yeah,
Um, I could see Le'Veon being like a Tampa Bay type of running back, or like somewhere in the like a Miami Dolphin. I mean, I know Miami Dolphins in the AFC, but like somewhere
yeah,
in like Florida, like him being that type of running back.
yeah. I got you. No,
Yeah,
that sounds cool. I'm
yeah,
definitely with that. For me, I think AB, like I said, I think AB would be good like on the Seahawks. Um, and I think Le'Veon Bell. I mean, if he was able to go to like Houston, I think that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Get him on the Texans. I feel like they just need a stout running game to complement him and to complement Watson and Hopkins. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
And then they got Demaryius Thomas there, and then they still gonna have Will Fuller coming back. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right, right.
if you get them on there, I saw some reports about the Indianapolis Colts as well. So that would be good because Andrew Luck needs a running back, that can really just, all three downs.
Yep.
So, I've seen some reports on that. So I just wanted to get your take on that. I feel like overall, and it hurts for me to say this. As a Patriots fan, I definitely admire the killer bees as they call them. You know what I'm saying? I love Pittsburgh. That's probably my second favorite AFC team. And it's one of those where it's like if the Patriots were to get out, I'm like, Pittsburgh, go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I like Le'Veon Bell and I like Antonio Brown. I think those two players changed their position in ways that Steph Curry changed the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. But I feel like, those two they gotta get it together and I want the best for them. It's not gonna be the same, playing Pittsburgh and they got Juju and James Conner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Be the same at all.
it wouldn't be the same, especially if the Patriots are going against them. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this offseason for Pittsburgh and moving forward. So it definitely will be. So yeah, what's your next topic? I know you got another one.
Yeah, my next topic, I want to keep it in the NFL. What do you see with? I mean, I know we've been talking about like my team. Do you think like Saints and KFC right now, them being like the most powerful offensive teams in the league, do you think both of them can stick with their hot streaks and make it to the Super Bowl? Like, do you think that's a possibility? I mean, I know it's two sides of the ball. You got offense and defense, but
yeah,
like just their hot streaks on the offensive side, like scoring a lot of points. Do you think that's possible to say, hey, both of them make it to the Super Bowl, and then we see a huge scoring like output in the Super Bowl where it's like 200 points on the board for both sides, like all together? So,
I mean, for me, I've had the Patriots and Saints since day one, and I kind of been juggling the Rams in there as well. So it's been Saints Rams. But both teams, whoever comes out the NFC they're gonna be high scoring either way.
right.
The Patriots, I think they can. I'm one of those that if you want to be the man, you gotta beat the man. So until Tom Brady gets beat, I'm always gonna go with Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna go with him, and I'm not just saying that because I'm from Boston. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that in general. Same thing with basketball. If people wanted to be the best, they had to beat Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was able to do it. So until you're able to take Tom Brady out of that situation and stop him from getting to the Super Bowl, I gotta go with him. And I think honestly, I think all four teams are high powered offenses. You know what I'm saying? They can all put up 30, 40. We've already seen earlier in the season, the Patriots beat the Chiefs. It was 43-40.
Right.
And then the Rams and the Chiefs had a big scoring game. I think it was like 50-something to something. So it was like, so we already know that all four teams can light it up if they need to. So I think what's going to define those moments for each team's games will come down to the defense. You know what I'm saying? If defense is going to have to make a stop somewhere. So, obviously I love the Saints. I love New Orleans. I've been there the last two All-Star weekends, and it's a humbling city, man. It's a humbling city, man.
Yeah, it is.
And I always root for the Saints because I've been through the city. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen what happened, the after effects of Hurricane Katrina and different things like that. So I always try to root for the Saints no matter what. And I would just love to see Tom Brady and Drew Brees. And if Drew Brees was to get that, that'll be that Hall of Fame defining moment for him because he'll be the only QB to say he beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Yeah, he would be.
I'm looking forward to it. And I'm being optimistic and being realistic right now. So obviously Patrick Mahomes is he's a monster and his time's coming. When Brady's done, the torch is being handed off to Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? I know that. Yeah. But right now, Brady's like that old guy in the gym in the YMCA that's like, nah, dude, I ain't getting off, dog. I still got some buckets left in me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're gonna find out this weekend.
Yeah. So
But
we're gonna find out real quick. So
yeah, yeah.
who are you going for? Obviously, I know you want the Saints, but what's your predictions for Chiefs and Patriots?
And first and foremost, I just want to see a great game. That's first and foremost because I heard reports that it's supposed to be about 15 or lower this weekend coming up. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm trying to go to the game too. I'm actually trying to go.
You're trying to go. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. I looked into some tickets earlier, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna look around a little bit more throughout the week and see if I can make it happen. Because I think it's only like a 5 hour drive from OKC.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Then that's not bad at
Yeah,
all.
I'll try to support my squad if I can do it. But go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead back with your prediction. So
No, oh, it's all good. It's all good. No, I think that I just want to see a high scoring game. I mean,
you
we
want a
saw
high
we saw.
scoring game? I want a low scoring game.
I want to see a high scoring game because I want to see the offense. I want to see the offensive.
I'll leave the offense for you and the Rams. I don't want the offense.
Hey,
Hey,
look, that's why I want. That's why I want to see the offense going because I know if the offense is going and there's not too much defense, I don't know if Tom Brady and them can keep up. I mean, I know early on in the season it was a 43-40 game, but
Yeah.
this is in Kansas City this time around. So
I don't see it being that much of an outburst this time. I think it's gonna be one of those. I think even scoring 41 on the Chargers was a little bit too much for a playoff game. I just think the Chargers gave up at halftime.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because we damn near had 35 in the beginning of the third quarter almost.
Third quarter, yeah. So I mean, hey, it might be good for y'all to score the ball. I mean, y'all scoring 40 on the Chargers, so hey.
Well, you gotta stop Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. We're not gonna roll over for you. You gotta get the stop. We're gonna continue to score no matter what.
Hey, look, I still don't see any wide receivers that I know out there, so I don't know. We'll see if they're gonna step up out there right now. Look I'm a quote Patrick Beverly right now from the game of the day. There's a lot of no names on the other side of the ball right now. There's a lot of no names. That's what he says a lot when they got rookies and stuff out there. He said,
Oh
man,
man,
who are you?
yo, that is funny.
Yeah. So,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't no homeboy that caught the first touchdown pass from Brady.
man, that's your squad. You don't even know the squad. You don't know who on
Well,
it.
no. I know his name, but I didn't know he was on the playoff roster or whatever like that. So
Oh,
what's his
okay.
name? Philip Dorsett. I didn't know. I thought somebody else was in there for him. I didn't know. I thought Pat Cordell Patterson was in there for him, but they both were in there. So I mean, but it's just funny to me. You can kind of just get anybody out the crowd, and Brady's gonna be like, "Hey man, just line up."
Yeah, it's Lana, man. You'll be all right. I'll make you work.
Yeah, man. And it's
Yeah.
special, man. It's special. We ain't
Yeah.
gonna never see nothing like this ever again, though. So
Nah, you're not. You're not. That's why I wish Josh Gordon was still there because it's like Josh Gordon, like what he could do, but
man, that really hurt, man.
it hurt y'all, man. It hurt y'all.
Yeah, it definitely did. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
All
So,
right.
so
Yeah.
what's your prediction on both games?
My prediction on both games. I got to go with Saints. I got a lot
Saints.
riding. I got a lot riding on that game.
Give
So
me give me a score on the Saints. Give me a score.
oh man, that's gonna be a high scoring game. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be final score like 42 to like 35, something like that.
42-35.
42-35. It's gonna be like a 7-point win.
Okay, and then Patriots and Chiefs. What you got?
Patriots, Chiefs. I really want, like I said, I really want to see a high scoring game. So I'm gonna say the final score gonna be 35-32. I'm gonna go 35-32.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
All right, and I'm gonna go 28-24 Patriots.
Okay.
And for the Saints and Rams, I'm gonna go 42 to 30. 42
42-30.
42 to 30 Saints.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm a ride with on that one. So
All right.
so that's my prediction, man. But that that definitely wraps it up for the NFL episode, man. Y'all stay tuned and y'all make sure y'all let us know, what y'all think about our predictions and let us know, if we doing it right, man. It's a day in our kicks, man. We gonna keep it coming. We got more episodes coming. So keep it locked.
Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes, sir. Where can they find you at?
They can find me at Lane Galloway 10 on Instagram, LG Kicks 9 on IG and YouTube, and then if you want to go play me on Xbox, Ball is My Life 10 with a 0. Make sure you guys check me out, man. Make sure you guys check me out. What about you? Where they can find you at?
They can find me on all social media, Sneaker Reporter. If you want to get it in on PlayStation and Xbox, Sneaker Reporter. I'm not hard to find. You can find me. I'm reachable. You know what I'm saying? So yes, sir. Y'all keep it locked in, man. Appreciate the support and make sure y'all stay tuned and stay locked in because day in our kicks we gonna have more stuff coming for y'all.
Peace.